Welcome to Reread. Today I'm going to go through Dark Forces, Soldier for the Empire by William Dietz. I remember the first time I reviewed this, I said I went to my comic book store and I saw this. I was like, wait, that's not a comic book. And I had to pay like 20 bucks for it or something. I was like, oh my gosh, I've never paid this much for something at the comic book store. And then I realized, wow, this is a book. Every once in a while it has some splash pages that, you know, talk about, describe or illustrate what's going on in the story. But it was so much fun. Rereading it again, the artwork isn't as amazing as I thought it was at first. It's okay, it's not bad. It's just not amazing as I used to think. But I was so wrong about this. I think I said in my review of these that they were good, but it felt like you were reading a video game. And I don't know if that's true for the last two here because I haven't reread them, but it's not true for the first one. The first one is excellent. It is excellent. There's so many good details in there that William Dietz puts in there, and I did not feel like I was reading a video game at all. Even though at the end, when he's making it room through room, shooting, Imperial, I don't think he's shooting Imperial stormtroopers, but officers and whatnot, and he's going through room to room, basically trying to get the plans and shoot everyone. That didn't even feel like a video game to me. The whole thing read super smoothly. There's a lot of things I forgot about this. One is, it's part of the storyline, but someone is painting the rebel insignia on some captured AT-ATs. And I love little mundane things about that. In fact, I mean, I know the EU didn't have time, and who would want to read about this, but someone had to paint those Republic emblems on things, or rebellion emblems on things. I want to hear about the painter. I want to hear about the guy who cooked for everyone, or, the mechanic or something, who had a basically boring life behind the lines of the war. I don't know. I just find that fascinating. Now, of course, Jarek is in this. I thought that he faced Katarn in the first book, like they had a small face-off, but they didn't. So again, I'm getting all three of these kind of mixed up. Of course, he meets him at Carl Katarn's graduation. He goes to the academy. His dad, Morgan Katarn, who is working for the rebellion, is being hunted down by Jarek and Captain Thrawn. And Thrawn is written really well here. Jarek knows that the Emperor hates aliens, but he loves winners, and that's all that Thrawn has done is win for him. But he keeps him out into the Outer Rim because he still doesn't like aliens. But he's winning, so he puts more responsibility on him. And Thrawn is not a man of ego. When he fails at apprehending Morgan at the very beginning, he goes ahead and reports his failure immediately. And he's always studying and watching Jarek, because Jarek is blind, and Jarek can see things before they happen, or he knows that the mission failed before even Thrawn walked in. Thrawn's taking note of that, for of course later on. And that's it basically for Thrawn. He's just in there as a guest star appearance. But I forgot about when Kyle was a stormtrooper. He killed rebels. Like, he killed a woman, shot her in the chest and everything. It's like, I don't remember him. I remember him part of the raid, and I thought he was shooting at rebels, but it says he shot a woman full in the chest and killed her. I was like, whoa! I didn't realize it went that deep. Now, of course, later on he regrets all that because when Jarek finally catches up with Morgan and kills him, beheads him and stuff, they send Kyle Katarn, after his graduation, send him the bad news that the Rebel Alliance has murdered his father. He hates the Rebel Alliance. He wants to wipe them all out. Like, he spared some of the rebels. He let them get away, and now he regrets that. And part of those rebels was Jan Ors. Well, of course, later on Coruscant, when he's had some time, he sees Jan. Now, for some reason, he doesn't hate Jan. They have this connection, like love at first sight connection. I'm fine with this. Michael Stackpole said, if you can fit a love story within Star Wars, do it. Do it. Do it in your stories. Always fit a love story in there. So I can see why Jan Ors is a fun character. She's not very well fleshed out at this point. Basically, she meets Kyle Katarn. They straighten things out, like she goes, whoa, 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 Morgan Katarn? No, he was a friend of ours, and I have proof. And so she gets this droid, AC, who will blow up. He gives someone a warning, I am a bomb, I will blow up in 10 seconds, when he sees, any threat to him. And when he sees Kyle Katarn in his, Imperial gear, he automatically starts to set off until, count down the bomb until Jan gives him the code to stop. And so he gives some video that he received from another rebel agent that was on the planet that Morgan Katarn died on, and showed Kyle Katarn what really happened to his father. And on that day, the Empire lost a warrior to the Rebel Alliance, because Kyle Katarn was like, I'm with the Rebel Alliance now. And he goes to meet Mon Mothma. Mon Mothma gives him an impossible job, seemingly impossible job, to capture some And she does say part of the, not the full plans. See, I thought it was the full plans of the Death Star, but she admits it's part of the plans. They're using separate teams to get different schematics of the Death Star, you know, and kind of putting them together. Because the Death Star project moved from planet to planet, they said. Now, this is very interesting because this is explained in Death Star, the novel. So I was like, oh, I did not know that William Dietz left room for other Death Star stories to show up. Now, I don't know if that was him or he was instructed to by Lucasfilm, but it's nice that he left that open. And as Kyle Katarn rushes off on his mission, Mon Mothma doesn't trust him at all, you know? He was a stormtrooper earlier. Who would be dumb enough to trust a stormtrooper who recently turned to bring them into the head of the alliance? Oh, did that happen in episode 7? Anyway, Mon Mothma sends Jan to shadow Kyle just in case he fails or decides to betray them. She's going to murder him and finish the mission. Or, you know, they'll find another team to finish the mission. They have multiple teams out there, is what she says. So Jan's going out there following him. At first she thinks Kyle is going to betray them, and then it turns out Kyle's just leaning on an old friend he thinks could also be a rebel sympathizer because he and Kyle were such good friends. So he's the one that lets Kyle in to the, you know, bunker or base or whatever, and then Kyle starts running around shooting people, getting the chip, getting the data, and getting out. And boy, did this wrap up fast. I think it was in like the last paragraph. He finally escapes, just barely. You're thinking, how's he going to get out of here? Like, I'm reading the last page. I know it's the last page, but, you know, Kyle's like, Jan, where are you? And he's like, I can't catch you. Where are you? He's like, oh no, he's trapped. Here they come for him. I'm like, dude, you got 2 paragraphs left. Yeah, and they did wrap it up. But man, these things wrapped up fast. It was like 126 pages or whatever. But again, a very strong read. You know, felt very strong. Lando Calrissian makes an appearance in here. I don't know why. Maybe he was in the video game. I never played the video game. And basically, he just comes in and asks some governor, imperial governor. He's like, I hear you like Sabacc. I'm Lando Calrissian. I play Sabacc. And I'm like, hey, Lando. But then that's basically it. Oh, and also, there is a heroic statue of the Emperor at the Academy. And it's weird. He's like in a toga with a bow staff behind him. He's like the Emperor's in an action pose. His bare legs and bare arms are exposed. They're all muscular and everything. And of course, this is before they knew the origin of Palpatine, but still. And I mean, hey, you know what? They were all about propaganda, so that could exist. But they showed a picture. I was like, it has his face a little bit, but is that supposed to be a young Palpatine? Was he supposed to be a great, you know, tribal warrior? What are they trying to go for here? But again, propaganda. I get it. I can buy it. It's fine. Overall, this is an excellent, excellent story. Oh, AC eventually did blow up. Someone tried to tamper with his files. He wakes up and looks around and goes, uh-oh, I am a bomb, 1098. And then, I can't remember who it was, but he turns around and shoots everyone in the room because they're all idiots. They brought him, when they captured the droid, they didn't realize he was a bomb. They shut him off before they brought him in. And now he knows these idiots brought a bomb. And there's no way I can survive this. So he shoots them first for being stupid enough to bring a bomb, not checking to see if the droid was rigged. And then, of course, he dies. It says he accepts his fate. Really great ending to it. I think that was the ending to a chapter, too. But there is a lot of great stuff in here. I totally underestimated how good this book was. Seriously, it is great. In fact, shame on Dark Horse for not going with Kyle Katarn in comic books and other stories after this, because this book is a solid, solid novel. And I think this is the easiest one to find, and I can highly recommend it if you get a copy because it's really good. All right, folks, that's it for now. See you next time.